Hey everybody! So I started playing Monster Hunter World, and I gotta say this game I've owned it for a while, and right now it's on sale on Steam. You can get the base game for $9.89, or you can get the Iceborne Digital Deluxe, which comes with the expansion as well for $14.98. And there's a couple of other versions that come with some other stuff. But if you're looking for a game that you haven't really played, this is definitely a pretty fun one. The first time I played it, I thought it was really clunky. And what I realized is it's not clunky. You just have to really get used to how the game plays. And again, one of the things that I thought was a bad thing is doesn't really feel like it has much of a story, even though it does have a main campaign. Well, once you get past it, you realize that the game is exactly what it says it is. It's Monster Hunter. The entire point of the game is to go out and hunt different kinds of monsters. You get this little cool cat little guy named Palico that goes with you. Um, and the bigger the monster you fight, the better the reward. As the game progresses, it gets more and more difficult. But the good thing about starting in Monster Hunter World right now is you get this gear called the Defender gear. So it really starts you off with a massive health and defense boost. So you can start the game and really breeze right through the main content if you want. I highly recommend, though, if you do pick up the game, don't breeze through the main story. Go through a few chapters and then go through the optional quests. Or right now there's a harvest event where you can get some cool tickets, and I thought that was actually pretty cool. The My biggest issue though with the game is if you want to buy all the cosmetic DLC, according to Steam, it's going to be like $500, which I think is kind of ridiculous, especially for a game that's this old. Well, the game is awesome. $500 for cosmetics, it does seem a tad excessive, and it has me a little bit worried for Monster Hunter Wilds, which comes out on, I think, February 14th or right around there. It does come out in February, which is the. I don't know if these games have technical sequels, but there's Monster Hunter Rise, which came out a little while ago, and that game's a bit more cartoony. But Monster Hunter Wilds seems to be like it's going to be just like Monster Hunter World was, where it's a bit grittier, and for lack of a better word, a bit more adult. Where I find that Monster Hunter Rise is more for a casual audience. I'm not saying that this game can't be played by casual people. I'm pretty much a casual. I don't play every day. It's just the hunts they can be extremely long. I just did one today that took like 30 minutes for me to kill the monster I was fighting. But with that said, typically they go in a couple of different phases where you find them, you fight them, they run away, you fight them some more, they run away, and you finally finish the job. And that's the game. And the first time I played, it didn't resonate with me. It didn't click. But after I gave it what I like to call the Fallout try, the reason I call it the Fallout try is I had Fallout 4 for like 2 years. I couldn't stand it, but I told myself, you know what? I bought the game. I'm going to sit here for 2 hours, really flush out how to play, see if I like it. And since then, I've been a huge Fallout fan. So I did the same thing with Monster Hunter finally. I had the game for so long. I sat down and I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to put some actual effort into this. I'm going to see how the game goes. And I played it for a few hours straight. And now I got to say it's one of my favorite games to play. I somehow find it relaxing to go around hunting. You feel like a super badass when these giant dragon things come out to fight you and you end up taking them out. So with that said, if you've got a chance and you got an extra like $15 to blow and you haven't played Monster Hunter World, I highly recommend you get it. I do believe it's on sale on PlayStation Network right now as well. So if you don't have a PC capable of playing the game, but you have a PlayStation 4 or a PlayStation 5, again, I highly recommend it. I do own it on my PS5, and the game looks and plays beautifully on my PS5. So with that said, I'm going to cut it right there. Try out Monster Hunter World. It's a fantastic game. I really don't have any complaints about it. It's been a wonderful little time killer for me in between, breaks at work, or just I want to come home and just sort of play something. The only drawback, I guess, would be you can't actually pause the game, which that can suck if you're like me, which you have kids. So I got to usually wait until my kids go to sleep in order to play it in case they need something. I don't feel like running away in the middle of an attack. So, all right, I'm going to cut it there. Like I said, go ahead and pick it up. It's worth it.